The following presentation is rated R for real. Real insight, real enlightenment, real talk, big people argument. In other words, adult content. Viewers' discretion is advised.
We go right into the session right about now. So welcome to Relationship Wednesday, where the core of relationship is revealed. And that's exactly what's going to happen this day. This is where you come to get real talk on relationship matters because relationship actually matters. We were never taught the things I'm sharing with you. And being that I've come into this awareness, this enlightenment of certain things, the principles of relationship being one such, I am sharing such enlightenment, what will be perceived as knowledge, with you. On this episode of Relationship Wednesday, I will be presenting the principles of relationship. Now, for anything to be effective and achieve the desired results, there has to be a principle. It has to be governed by principles. Now, methods and techniques are many times mistaken for principles. But there's a difference. There's a great significant difference. Because when it comes to methods and techniques, it has to do with specific strategies and actions and approaches used to accomplish the very principle of a thing. While the principles are the foundation or the foundational guidelines, it is the rules that can help ensure effectiveness and regulate and achieve your Lisa, come in, my youth. May I have some water, please, love? The difference between method, techniques, and principle is that the principles is foundational, it's universal, it's the guidelines or the governing rules of a particular thing. So when it comes to methods or techniques, those can change depending on circumstances, or it can change based also on the individual situation. So techniques and strategies can change while principles remain the same. Principles govern the entire act or action or particular thing. Principles act as the framework or guide that provides structure and direction to any process or endeavor. Without them, actions would become random, sporadic, disorganized, chaos, and making things difficult to achieve. They are the why behind the what, the blueprint for achieving any effective and successful thing. This is the reason why many relationships end up in chaos, because of a lack of principles. Thank you. Okay, I can put it right here. Thank you. All right, so this is one of the main reasons so many relationships gone haywire. You get in a relationship and you think everything is dandy shandy, all well, but it ended. Why? Because that relationship lacked the principles of what it took to maintain a successful relationship. Persons were ignorant of the principles. Many of us jump in, we jump out like frogs in and out of relationship. All because we lack the knowledge based on the principles of relationship. Being in a relationship without knowing the principles is like going on a road trip to somewhere you don't know without a map or a GPS. That is exactly what a relationship without knowing the principles of the relationship is. Going on a field trip to somewhere you have no knowledge of without a map or GPS. Now, on this day, I will be revealing to you the first principle of relationship. Knowing these principles and applying them daily will make the difference between you having a lasting, loving, successful, effective relationship or having one that is disastrous. Now, for one to have a strong and lasting home, there has to be a strong foundation. Now, I want you to get something clear. You realize I never said house, I said home. There's a difference between a house and a home. A house is the physical structure, that being the walls, the rooms, the roof, the flooring. That is the house. A home is in no way a place. It is a space wherein you share with someone who helps to give you a level of reassurance that you are safe so you can be at ease and be yourself, regardless of what is taking place on the outside. So to have a strong and lasting home, you need a strong and lasting foundation. And the principles of relationship are the foundation to a long, lasting, and loving relationship. Now, here's the thing. Every single letter in the word relationship is a principle. They're acronyms for something that means more than you think. Because every letter is a principle to relationship. It is a key that unlocks what it means to have a meaningful and effective relationship. And I'm going to touch on the first principle of relationship. The first is the most fundamental principle or key principle or most important principle in the entire list of principles. If you want to say columns, we can say columns because you need columns to hold things in place. I would more say the material because we're talking about the foundation. The principle is a foundation. So just like how you have the water, you have the gravel, you have the sand, you have cement that helps to make up the foundation of a house. This is the materials that makes up a strong foundation when it comes to your relationship. If you fail at this one, the ship in no way going to have a smooth sailing. And no matter what you do or how hard you try to do anything else to maintain that relationship, it's going to sink. It ain't going to last. Or you're going to be sailing with holes in that relationship. You need this first principle to maintain it. Relationship. If you've ever been in a relationship, you know that respect can either make it or break it. The lack of respect will break it. Respect will help to make it. Respect is the difference between a love that breathes with ease and one that suffocates. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been given the impression that you are loved but in no way respected? You don't get that one. Have you ever felt you're involved with someone who makes you feel like you're loved, but you're in no way respected. Now think about it. Let me simplify it for you. You're involved with someone who ever so often says, baby, I love you. You know I love you. I love you, baby. Baby, love you. Outside of that, they give you the greatest sex. They give you the kind of sex that makes you want to climb the wall and float in cloud nine. But listen, they have no respect for your opinions, your dreams. You're laughing, Shalice? They have no respect. They don't regard your opinions. They ignore your feelings. They mock your dreams. What this would then be, what you perceive to be love, and you're in such a loving relationship because give it to me, he give it to you how you like, or she gives it to you the way you like and make you, lose your mind kind of thing in the bedroom, and you feel like you're in love because you hear, I love you so often. But the truth is, what this is a mirage. It is a illusion. It looks like the real thing, but it's missing the elements needed to be real. You see, there is no way you can be in a relationship and someone who professes to love you, but they disregard your opinions, your decisions, your dreams. Excuse me. There's no way that can be. You want to know why? Because all those things, your opinions, dreams, suggestions, your feelings, all these things are of you, so it means it is you. So if they disregard those things, it then means they disregard you. And another term for disregard is just respect. Them literally, as in Jamaican term would have said, them diss. So if them diss your opinions, diss your feelings, because it's short for disregard or disrespect. Them diss you. And that is why the relationship will end up in dismissal. If you come to the realization that you are in no way valued, because another terminology or synonym for respect is value. If them not value your opinions, your dreams, your suggestions, your feelings, they in no way value you. Sadly, many person tends to mix up fear and control for respect. Many persons believe that. True. So there you go. Many persons believe that respect is control. Oh, my woman respect me cause what? She have to do what I say. Oh, my man can't drop catching a cause know it going on. Him know it going, it come to that time, then it come when the clock they are striking up. Oh, my man respect me. How do your girlfriend? My man respect me. How do you? That attitude there? Really? It is sad that persons believe that. Some persons think that respect means always agreeing, like a yes man, agreeing to your partner, even if you disagree with something that your partner did or said, because you think it is respectful, you're going to agree. And I think this is coming from, I could be wrong, I stand corrected, but my producer, you can chime in here. I think this is coming from the olden days when the wives were led to believe that regardless of what your husband do, you must show respect. So there you go again. So submission is also mistaken for respect. And submission itself, within itself, is also miscomprehended because people believe submission is do as I say. Wow, shall say it still happens today. It still happens today. Wherein a woman does what the man says. Or, you see, I don't want to exclude the woman, the flip side of the coin, because you have some woman who's controlling. You have some man who's in some controlling relationships and can't come out of it. No, it's not just limited. So I think you're going in terms of relationship. It's not limited to the sexual intimate relationship. You're talking about even the business relationship. Parental, there you go. Could be parental as well. Wherein and we grew up in a time, I go off on a segue for a bit, coming back, but it's all intertwined because it has to do with relationship, the action of relating. So, and this, wow, thank you, producer. You carried me down, where I call it, the bypass. You took me on the bypass because persons like myself, and never know me age, because I haven't put the realness to it. Persons like myself who came into this existence, who was born in the 70s, we grew up hearing, you're not for question your parents, you're not for question your teachers, you're not for question nobody, because this is a form of respect. So even if you disagree with a parent or someone in authority, and you said, but remember, you said this at one point. So how comes you're saying this now? How dare you? You're being disrespectful. You get knocking on your head. You get boxed by your mouth. I know some of y'all folks can relate to what I'm saying. Persons who were born in the 70s, 80s, and maybe even 90s. Huh? Shali said true. Don't question me. I am your mother. Don't question me. I am your father. This is what I say. Do as I say. Not as I do. Do as I say. Now, sadly, this still happens to this very day in some cases. Is it possible men are like that because that's what they learn? That's something to look into. In terms of being boisterous and controlling and reprimanding and expecting the woman to be submissive, there's another term I'm looking for. The subservient kind of thing. Okay. You see, and it is a thing with the Caribbean culture and quote unquote black people or the black man them, because you're led to believe that to be a man, you must manipulate. Manipulate. You're a man. Man handle. Because you're a man. You see where this is going? And think that this is how you get respect. Respect is something that is demanded by many persons. Some persons believe it's something earned. A rude awakening for you, because it's neither. Case scenario, have you ever heard someone say, you better respect me? Usually they say that before doing something that makes you lose respect for them. Charlize, move to the head of the class. You're jumping ahead. You're jumping ahead of sir. Huh? Okay. So someone saying that you need to respect me because what? Me are the man. Me are the parent. Me are your boss. So you better respect me. You have to respect me. That right there is a case of manipulation. This is in no way respect. That's intimidation. Respect never forces. Respect no force no one to respect. Respect is in no way a demand, or is it earned? It is this. It's reciprocated. It is something you receive in kind. What you receive in turn. When you give respect, you get respect. You know, demand respect or earn it. Because to earn it means that's something you can buy. And the thing is, a lot of persons are buy respect. They just say buy ratings and buy love. Yeah, want you. Not for the so-called the celebrity them. Yo, daddy, yo, my father. Yeah, you're the boss. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay. It's perceived respect. And because of this, the whole fact that respect is reciprocated, many persons are treated with disrespect because they fail to give respect. Why? And I said them don't want to. But the reason they fail to give respect is a result of having little or no respect for themselves. Let me get this out of the way. All right? Producer, touch on it. The perceived or pretentious respect. Camouflage respect. We just say no. We pay for respect, the respect that is earned. The conditional respect. Yeah. And that is why I said respect in no way can be earned. Because to earn something is to pretty much like you're paid on it. You're paid for something. In some aspect. No, all right, hold up, no. All right, so producer saying there's no way you can give respect to someone who disregard you. All right, can you buy respect? Yeah, Charlize, that in the sense of the pretentious respect, you can buy that, but true respect, no. You can buy pretentious respect. Where you see it, you'll see persons around an individual who have a little clout and them will say, yeah, man, I'm a dad's that man, I'm a boss that yeah, man, enough respect. Yeah, politicians, for example. People who flock around politicians who believe that the politicians are going to do something for them when it comes around to that time of election and they want to be elected and they come around. How respect can be bought in a relationship. Many persons are in relationship just because of the monetary gain. So they're buying their perceived respect. All right. As I said, let me get it out of the way. It's the same thing with a boss. The boss disrespect you, but you give this camouflage respect when the boss come around. Now the perceived respect, that's when someone acts polite, but deep down, they're in no way fond of you or regard you. They regard the boss, but they put on a front. And they only show respect for you when it suits them. But behind closed door, them chat you and say the worst things about you. That's the perceived respect. It is the camouflage respect. It's a performance. It's mask. It's everything that looks like the real thing, but in reality, it's far from it. True respect is in no way a performance. You don't need to pretend. It's about regularity. It's about what is deemed consistency. It is in no way what you do in public and you do something else behind closed door. It is who you are. And that's why I said if persons have no respect for self, they in turn will be unable to give true respect. Them to have true respect for self. The counterfeit or pretentious respect is also the kind where someone says please and thank you, but roll their eyes when you ain't looking. Please, can you do this for me? You know how much I have respect for you? And it's because I have a respect for you so much. That's why I'm asking you to please do this for me. I not like her, you know. But what am I for do? I not like him, but what am I for do? That is the perceived respect. Or when someone agrees with you, but deep down inside, they don't want to. You're burning on the inside. Say, burn me because burn me home, I have to agree with her, say. This is in no way respect. It's a performance. It is a performance. Now, when it comes to that relationship, the intimate sexual relationship, the pretense respect is saying to your partner, yes, there, but secretly dislike what they're doing or what they're saying. It's acting respectful in public, but behind closed doors, it's another thing. It is displaying courtesy when things are going your way. Those are the counterfeit respect. It's like fake gold. It shines in the light, but it won't stand out during the test of time. True respect is tested during difficult time. Now, I have to go down this road here. Now, I've been a relationship advisor for a while, and I've seen countless couples will say, oh, we have respect for each other. We respect each other. Yeah, man, we have great respect for each other. It's like a checkbox. My queen lover, my queen lover is in the same field, so she can relate. We can relate to this. Person come for a session, we sit down, we're advising couples, and what's the kind of relationship you two have? I mean, is there respect for each other? Yes, we respect each other. You know, it's like a checkbox, you know. Yeah, this is something you need to have respect for each other, you know. Just like how it is the perception that in a relationship, especially when you come to a husband and wife kind of relationship, sex is a given, you know. So yeah, so do you have sex? Yeah. Do you enjoy sex with your partner? Yeah. Yeah. Because you know it is what perceived to be the norm is it's a must kind of thing, you know. So it's the same thing. Shalice is cracking up. Like, as I said, this presentation is rated R. Real. Okay? But when you dig down deeper, when it comes to couples like that, you'll find something else entirely. It's a classic case of what I call courteous complex. All right? This is where persons display a level of politeness and being also loving and smooches in public, but at home, listen, as them would have said, puss and dog kind of situation. Yeah, that's the situation at home. It is saying please and thank you, but over your partner, talking over your partner, belittling your partner, especially, without even realizing it, sometimes you're in public. You say you respect your partner, but you're in public and your partner saying something, and though your partner maybe says something incorrectly, and instead of maybe gently rubbing your partner's shoulder and say, babes, there's another way, or hon, let me explain it, because this explanation might shed more light on it. Correction with love. Like, no, you're wrong. And I say go. But you respect your partner. No, you're doing it wrong. In public. So can you imagine what the act is like in private? The courteous compliance is also refusing to yell, but have a silent disapproval that is even louder. And you know how you can identify the silent disapproval in relationships of that magnitude, intimate relationship, sexual intimate relationship. Person may carry on, blaze up. There's a misunderstanding, and instead of, something, I can't bother with you. No, a person is silent. What you get is silent treatment for like 1 month. You okay? Mm-hmm. You sure? Mm-hmm. No, are you sure everything is all right? Yeah. The one line, the one syllable thing. That is even worse than just getting off your rackers, telling them some clot, it being blue, green, purple, or yellow, and call it a day. It is pretending to listen. This also is the courteous compliance. The partner is talking to you, sharing something that significantly happened, something of significance that happened throughout the day to them. Could be a phone call, it could be them going to on the job, something happened on the job, and they're expressing their heartfelt either disapproval or sincere hurt or whatever it is. And let me have phone, love. And they're talking, they're pouring out their heart. And this is you. You listening to me? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Love, may I talk to you? Honey, may I talk to you? Yeah, but I'm listening. Total disrespect. Here you go, love. Yeah, I say multitasking. And they're on some social platform scrolling. But you're multitasking. That right there is disrespect. Now, there are couples who swear that they have perfect respect for each other. But their idea of respect is based on just this. One person always talking, while the other person ain't listening. So, the perceived respect is what it is. Respect goes beyond obedience. Now, my producer, my queen lover partner, was saying about submission back in the early days. Respect goes beyond that. It is more than refusing to have an argument, a quarrel, a fight. And now there's a miscomprehension with also arguing, because you and your partner can have a healthy relationship, a loving, lasting, healthy relationship, and argue. Because to argue means to debate a point. So you may not see eye to eye on something at the given. So you're debating your point, and while debating, arguing, not quarreling, is two different things. Quarreling is when you lose your temper and you start call your partner all manner name, old dog, swine. Yeah. hmm And the witch when you take off the W and put a B. All right? That's quarreling. But you can argue your point. No, love, this is how I see it. And your partner's there. But if you look at it this way, and while you are debating, arguing, one person, the person who never get what the other partner is saying, will say, okay, now I comprehend. That right there is submission. Because what you have done is through communication, you have come to compromisation, and that is a form of submission. And submission is both ways. Religion tend to teach people that wife submit to your husband because this is right. What? It is right under the law, or because it is right under the Lord, under the yeah. But the very same Bible passage will talk about submit to your wife, submit to your husband. The very previous verse, would it be verse? Chapter and verse, yeah, the very previous verse states, submit one to another. So, yeah, I ain't even going down that. I ain't going to take you to church. No, if I take you to church, and I'm going to give you an offering. Right? So listen. Respect is more than just trying to avoid those things. Make it seems like you are in a loving and respectful relationship. Oh, we don't fight, we don't argue. Me and my queen lover argue. We debate on stuff. Sometimes it comes around to I seeing what she's saying, and sometimes it comes around to she seeing what I'm saying. And sometimes what? And sometimes we have to revisit the argument because me not get what she's saying up to that point and she not get what I'm saying to that point. So we say, all right, leave that for another debate. We come back to that. Back to the drawing board next time around. Okay? So these things might seem to make the relationship seem perfect. But is it real? So what is it then? What is real? What is authentic respect? Because it's more than just the feeling or the pretense of, or the pretentious tendencies of being real. You see, when you respect all the mother. If you value the woman, then you ought to value the mother. Truth be told, once the mother is a respectable mother. Sometimes, sadly, boy. Sadly, sometimes the woman or the man is a product of their parents. Being the parent never received any respect, and in turn, they never gave the child any respect, because the perception in, I don't know if it's in other cultures, but in black culture, in the colored nations, the perception is that children for respect parents, but parents not for respect children, and don't have to respect children. And as I said to you earlier, respect is reciprocal. So many children grow up becoming the man and woman they are, lacking respect because they grew up fearing their parents. They grew up fearing their parents. And I've said it to a lot of parents. I said, listen, the best relationship you can have with your child, is to let your child respect you. Let your child be willing to come to you and talk to you about anything. Them sexual preferences, them desires, what them want to do, them dreams. Free to come and talk to you. But listen, never make the mistake of becoming your child's friend. There is a line that has to be drawn. You are to be seen as the person that they come to, who they can reassure that they can express themselves openly to you. This is what needs to be a parent and a child relationship. But once you become the child's friend, that level of respect goes through the door, because they're no longer seeing you as a authority of knowledge that they can rely on for guidance, but they're seeing you as someone who you want them upon the same level. As I said, Shalice, this presentation is rated R for real, real talk. All right. So I'm going to take you now into what true respect is. This is where it gets real. This is the real McCoy, the real deal. And now you're going to see why many relationships don't work. All right? Many relationships don't work because the first aspect of real respect, remember we touched on the pretentious respect and all that? Real respect is about acceptance. Accepting your partner flaws and all. Okay? Now try change them. Because in trying to do that, it is actually trying to control them. Why you can't do this? Why you can't be more like that? Why you can't? You never take the time out for observe the person before you get involved with them. To know that this is part of their mannerism. This is their MO. Now you get involved with a person, you want to change them? That ain't respect. It is different when someone has a weakness. For example, say they're alcoholic or they smoke or something that now benefit them in a healthy way. And if it now benefit them in a healthy way, it's no way going to benefit the relationship in a healthy way. So if it's a weakness they have, then definitely you ain't going to change them. You're going to point out to them. You're going to help them to get over this weakness so that they can become strong. And you can have a strong union. Because the only way for them to get over it, is by coming strong, developing a resistance. Putting up a resistance. Yeah, you gotta. So, surprised my producer not chime in on the one day, but this will help to make the relationship a more healthy one if you're gonna assist your partner with getting over their weakness. And that is what you're there for. It's a partnership. Your strengths become their strengths. Their weakness becomes something that you look into to help them get over. Real respect is a quiet promise that I see you. I love you for who you are, regardless. You have a little scar there, so you have a little, scars and all. Accept you as you are. Big nose, big lip, if that's what works for you. Big eye. Hey. Black Mandingo guy. Hey, that works for you. A what they call it again? Miss Fluffy or Roly Poly. That works for you. Well, hey. Flaws and all. That is respect. The second aspect of real respect is about boundaries. Yeah, boundaries. Sometimes you want in your partner space 24/7, but you have to respect them boundaries. You have to respect them boundaries. Boundaries can be they taking themselves away for a while. The bathroom for many person is their boundaries. You know? Safe space. All right. It means honoring the person's personal space. Ooh, but man, you're there. What kind of space you want? You want space? Oh, oh, somebody else catch your eye. Hmm? You want space. Suffocate the person. Suffocate the person. Love, I don't know if you know of the story about the little girl who got a bunny for a present. And she said she loved this bunny so much. Every chance she gets, she grabbed the bunny and hugged the bunny. Bunny, I love you. Bunny, I love you. Bunny, Bunny suffocated the bunny. She cuddled the bunny to death. So there is importance for space. Where's the song? Everybody needs a little time away. See if you can find the song for me, love. No, yes, you need space. You need space. Everybody. Let's see if you can find a song for me. I want to play that song. Everybody needs. Bear with me, people. I'm trying to find that song because it would be so significant. I never had any intent to go down this road. Needs a little time away. I ain't finding it. You see if you can find it and tell me what the title is. All right. So respecting boundaries is key. All right, Shalise is cracking up over here. All right. There's the need for time alone because she can't. Okay. Hard to say I'm sorry. There you go. All right. So, people, thank you for comprehending and realizing that the music helps to enhance what I'm saying to you. Okay. All right. And that's why I didn't play any more of it. But just to get to that point, even lovers need a holiday. All right. You need your space. You need that alone time so you can evolve as a being. So you can evolve to your highest potential. Because some things that you will receive in terms of what is called divine downloads, you will never get it while you're with your partner cuddle up. Yes, you may get some downloads when you're cuddling, but for your personal elevation, what you get cuddling, what you get as a couple, is for the relationship. It's for the union, to enhance the union. What about you? You need to be enhanced. You need to evolve. So you need some time away from the one you're with daily to reflect, to get in that state where you can receive enlightenment for your betterment. Because the better person you become is the better the relationship would be. The more enhanced you are is the more you'll enhance your relationship. Because it's a partnership. The more you have for yourself is the more you have to give. So, boundaries are significant. It is an important aspect of relationship. A respectful partner in no way reads your texts. Yeah, that's something there. That's insecurity. Let me see if where shall I go on with? Let me see where am I going with? A respectful partner in no way dismiss your need for quiet evenings, for alone time. You want to read a book. You want some added motivation. Yes, your partner motivates you, but you want some added motivation. So you in turn can motivate your partner. Your partner, when they respect you, in no way pressures you to give up the things you like doing. your hobbies. To do that is to be disrespectful because the person not interested in whatever you're interested in, sports, basketball, football, the opera, the orchestra. Yo, that boring. I got that. Shauna, what kind of orchestra, my girl? What kind of jazz? Instead of trying to appreciate what your partner appreciates, find out, talk to your partner. Why you like this? Boring to me, but hey, why you like it? And by they explaining or giving their reason why they like this thing, you may surprise yourself. You may find yourself liking it too because of the reasons given. The next aspect of true respect is valuing your partner's voice. What I mean by that? This is about active listening. No scrolling while they are expressing themselves, while they're talking, no watching of the TV. It is valuing their words like what they're saying is of gold. It's about seeing their perspective as just valued as yours, even when you disagree. That's the difference between hearing and listening. Because when you listen, you are paying attention to every word that comes out from mouth. What was it again, Chris Rock? Can you hear the words that's coming from my mouth? Well, he ain't getting it right. It's listening. Are you listening to the words coming from my mouth? Listening is to be attentive to the person. Hearing is having the ability to receive sounds in your ear canal, and you are just hearing so you can respond. That ain't listening. That ain't listening. And many times, all that is needed for us in our relationship is to be a listener. Many times our partners no want with a solve nothing for them. You don't need to be the solver. You don't need to be the bright student in the class. Me, sir, me, miss, I have the answer. Me, sir, I can't answer that. No, shut up and listen. Listen. Because that's all our partners at times want us to do. Give a listening ear. Be their shrink. Be their psychiatrist. Where they can lay down and just talk freely. Now, if they ask your opinion, that's different. Give your opinion. But just listen. That is one aspect of respect. Valuing what your partner says. And finally, respect is also about ensuring your partner's independence, them self-governance. It's trusting them to have a life outside of you. It's encouraging your partner to spend time doing what they like doing. If one partner likes spending time with the grandchildren more than you, well, spend time with the grandchildren. If it's gardening, whatever they like doing, encourage them to do that thing. It ain't all about you. Allow them to go out and socialize if it comes to that. You see, A person who would have issues with their partner going out without them is one who has a streak of jealousy. And that streak of jealousy is based on low self esteem. Why? Because jealousy really means to feel less than. When you have self assurance, some person would have said, "Oh, I'm condescending, I'm cocky. She go on like she all that." Mhm. Well, I just got a flip side to that. If you can't trust your partner, but what I'm talking about is a real relationship. And if you practice the principles of what I'm giving in terms of the different elements of relationship, starting with respect, you are going to be in a respectful relationship wherein there will be no need for a lack of trust. If the relationship start bad, both persons have to want to redeem it. Hence the action of relating. Both persons have to be willing to relate on that level of knowing that, listen, we want going forward, we want this relationship to be a real relationship based on respect and all that. And all the other elements that makes up a lasting relationship what it is. If trust was broken previously, once a glass break, it hard to it has to be replaced. Trust can be rebuilt. Will it be as strong as before? I doubt it. But it can come close to the 100, maybe 95%. And 95% of trust is a lot of trust. Because what will happen is the 5% that the partner who has lost trust for that other partner is holding on to, the partner who caused the mistrust is going to keep on reminding themselves of that 5%. If you get what I'm saying. So the 5% is what the person who caused the mistrust is going to keep on trying to redeem. The cheater then is going to keep on trying to redeem themselves. So them work up to 95% and they keep on trying to get that 5%. You get it? So it is possible to regain trust. Okay. True respect is about being an encouraging presence in your partner's life. Cheering them on, you are their personal cheerleader. Cheering them on with their goals, their aspirations. You got this. Go, Forrest, go. Run, Forrest, run. Yeah, run. Yeah. So even if it seems like they ain't got this, you are going to find the weak areas and work out a strategy with them so they can enhance, so they can improve on that particular thing that they're trying to achieve. You're there to encourage them. Keep on encouraging them. Now, for there to be true respect regarding relationship, you both have to have a life together. But you also have to live your own life. You getting that? You have to have your individual. There's no, all right. In the previous sharing on respect, I pointed out that if you lose your identity, if you get lost in the person, you lose your identity, you've practically lost out on giving value to the relationship. Because it's the indifference that makes the relationship works more than anything else. You get that? So don't change unless your way is dirty, unless you have dirty ways. And you need to change those dirty ways. If you're selfish, insecure, those things has to change. And I could go on and list a whole lot more things, but yeah, exceeded the time. And I want to wrap this up. So true respect is all that I've stated. And all this sounds great, right? But get this straight. Here's the $1 million question you may be asking. How do we get this real respect? That is it. Persons normally share, advisors and influencers normally talk about, yeah, true respect, and you need to have true respect, and you need to love yourself, and you need to all that. Yeah, but how you do it, sir? How you do it, miss? Yeah, man, it's just that thing that you need to do, you know? Yeah, but how you do it? How do you move past the false respect, the pretentious respect, and build real respect, build that part of the foundation that is needed to have a loving and lasting relationship, respect, genuine rooted respect, where you honor the one you're with? Here's the thing. And this is the most important lesson of all. The road to respecting your partner, are you ready for this? The road to respecting your partner begins with the first step, the single step, the most important step, and that is respect for yourself. If you don't have respect for yourself, there's no way you'll be able to give it to someone else. There's no way you can give what you don't have. There's no way you are able to genuinely respect another person if you don't genuinely respect yourself. Think about it. When you lack self-respect, you tolerate or you put up with behavior from others that you should in no way put up with. And that's why persons will stay into abusive relationships, it being physical, emotional, psychological, neglect. Where's the other one again? Neglect, and there's another one similar to neglect. Disrespect, verbal abuse, because they lack respect for self. And that's one of the first steps towards even loving yourself. You first have to respect yourself. I will get into the whole lesson on self-love, on love lessons in Love Zone, one Monday, but no. Right now it's about respect for self. When you have respect for self, you put up boundaries, you put up borders, you put things in place. When you meet someone for the first time, you decide to get involved with this person, you put your cards on the table and make known that this don't work for me, that don't work for me, that don't work for me. Yeah. So you lay your cards on the table. This way, person know what they're getting into. The sad reality is that some persons believe that them can come in your life and change you still. Break down your barriers and your walls and your boundaries. But if you stay true to self, they will exit. They will quit. They will leave when they realize they can't break you. They can't break down your walls. Now, persons put up walls to protect themselves at times because they've been hurt so many a times. It no mean that those walls not able to come down. But you, the person who is pursuing the individual or is involved with the individual, are not gonna be the one to brock it down. They will remove the wall when they feel safe enough to let you in their space completely, in their heart. So now watch the boundaries, respect the boundaries. Now, you may be even focused on being like the person you're with because you don't value yourself. You lose your identity because of a lack of respect for self. This will lead to a relationship built on mere compromise. And this can lead to resentment. True respect in a relationship is a partnership of equals. It's two whole, two half becoming one whole. Half and half of the bulla, half and half of the cake. Yeah, come on, half and half of the circle. 180, 180 gives you the 360 degree. The ongoing cycle of love, the ongoing cycle of respect. When you have respect for self, you teach your partner how to treat you. You set the standards for what is to be done. Now, I will go more in depth on respect for self, what is respect for self, and how to respect yourself in the next Relationship Wednesday session. So ensure you're here next Wednesday for Relationship Wednesday. I will seal this presentation, this session, with making known that respect in a relationship is in no way optional. It is essential. It is a must. It is a requisite. But true respect in no way starts with your partner. It starts with you. So, hope you got the fullness of that this day.